How's it going, everybody? Putting up my Xbox 360 collection. This is kind of like a thing I may do from now on because my collections will change like monthly with the way I move games and everything. So I know I put an Xbox 360 collection up already, but this is different. This is the collection's different now. It's changed quite a bit. I figured I'd throw it up before I sold any more of them. I have about 12, so let me get started here. First game is Burnout Revenge. This game's awesome. I like this one better than Burnout Paradise. This one's got the crash mode in it, which is awesome. Great soundtrack on this one as well. Still looks pretty good. It's kind of an older game. I think it came out in '06. It's definitely fun. It's got the traffic checking and everything, which is cool. Definitely enjoy this one. It's one of my favorite driving games. This is actually the original artwork for Stuntman Ignition. No, I'm just kidding. This is the classic GameStop insert on Stuntman. Everybody knows how much I've talked about Stuntman in the past when I had it on PS3 and put up gameplay videos of it. I love this game. I know a lot of people don't, but I just love this game. I don't know what the reason is. I just do. That's Stuntman. I don't know why I'm putting this in front of the camera to get a good look at these clowns on the artwork. Condemned 2 Bloodshot, awesome game. Love the 2 Condemns. This one's good. I think I like the first one better. The first one's definitely creepier. This one has the awesome scene with the bear, which is intense. Great hand-to-hand combat in these games. Really cool game. Here's the first one, which I probably should have showed first, but this game still holds up pretty well too, graphically as well. This is a launch title. Xbox 360 actually had a pretty good launch in terms of game, like what games are out. This is a creepy game. Really cool. Like I said, hand-to-hand combat's great. And you could also do some detective work as well in these 2 games. Majin and the Forsaken Kingdom. This is pretty cool. I have not completed this yet. I'd put it down to play other games. This game's charming. It's got a lot of charm in it. It doesn't look necessarily great. Some of the voice acting's pretty bad. There's just something about it that's, I don't know, the 2 characters interact well together. Some cool gameplay in there as well. This guy can't kill people. The big guy, I can't remember their names. Well, he's the Majin, but he calls this kid something else. I don't know what, but it's cool. You know, he's got to kill the dark creatures, and he can stealth kill them with this thing, but you got to be pretty sneaky in this game. Final Fantasy 13, pretty far off in this. I believe I'm on disc 3. Of course, there's another 3-disc special on the 360. But I've heard people dislike this game for whatever reason. I actually really enjoy this game. I'm not huge into the Final Fantasies, but it's kind of linear, which I don't really mind. I like when you just almost don't. I'm up to the point now where you can switch your teams to who you prefer to use. But they do all level up. They all will gain experience even if you're not using them, which is cool. But the game looks great. I don't know. I like the combat system too. I think it's fun. You can change your what is it, the parrot? I forget how they say it. You can change it so they one guy's a medic, 2 are commandos or sentinels, and more on defense. You can switch up your strategy and stuff, which in boss fights is huge. You have to constantly be switching that stuff on the fly. A lot of good strategy in the battles, at least for me. I think so. This is a really good game. Cameo Elements of Power. I've obviously talked about this with the review and everything. Very enjoyable game. The Darkness. I got this one fair maybe a month ago. It was cheap. It was buy 2 get 1 free at GameStop. I don't know, maybe it's a little dated for me since it's an older game. I don't know, I haven't been enjoying it too much. I'll try to go back to it though. Black Site Area 51. This is the definition of a mediocre shooter. I remember when this came out, this was coming out, this was supposed to be the next step in shooters. But it's weird. It's really not that good. It has its problems. But I completed this game, and it really wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. It was mediocre, but you know what? It was worth playing through to the end. So I guess I had to kind of like it if I played it all the way through. This is one I actually just picked up before for $4.89 with tax. Infinite Undiscovery. It's another role-playing game by Square Enix. Xbox had that little push. I guess maybe they're trying to get more role-playing games on the system, or trying to like get more of a Japanese audience, since it doesn't sell over there that well, the 360, because they pumped like this out, Lost Odyssey, Tales of Vesperia. You know, they had Star Ocean before the PS3 got a port of it. There was Last Remnant. They punched out a bunch of role-playing games. But this is one that kind of interested me, and I saw it in Toys R Us. It didn't have a price, so I went to the little price scanner. It said $4.50. I was like, yep, I'm getting it. Gotta try, obviously. I'll try this later. This is one I saved for last. I'm gonna probably do a review on this. Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I just beat this today. This is the collector's edition of it. It was $30. I got it last week off of Best Buy, so I figured I might grab it. It actually had the download code for Symphony of the Night, which was cool as well. This is I really enjoyed this game. I actually think this is a great game. It's not very original at all. I'll say that. It's ripping off God of War. Well, a lot of those games do. It's got Shadow of the Colossus in there as well. You're fighting big, huge, like titans that you gotta climb up like Shadow of the Colossus. Not very original, but this is a very good game. A lot of people say it's not like Castlevania. I mean, there are areas where you wouldn't really associate some of the areas with Castlevania, but once you get to the castle and stuff, it really has a great Castlevania vibe, to me at least. This game is a looker. It looks great. And the gameplay's fun, you know, the platform is pretty good. Some of the camera angles kind of suck. It's a fixed camera, so you can't, like, you know, move it where you want, and some of the angles are pretty shitty. Some unique puzzles in here, which are cool. I may throw up some gameplay and a review of this one, because I actually really enjoyed this. Pretty long, too. Actually, there's 12 chapters, I believe, and there's 2 downloadable ones. I may pick those up. Really cool game, though. Check this one out if you're into, like, God of War type game. Good voice acting as well. You got Robert Carlyle as Gabriel Belmont. That's cool. But that's the collection as of today. Today's the July 16th. I may do it again in like 2 months to see how it's changed. Maybe as an ongoing joke. How my collection will constantly change. But just wanted to show that real quick while I have a couple games to show. But thanks everybody for checking it out, and have a good night.